Hey guys, I am excited that we are starting our 12-week Fit Olympics. I wanted to jump on here and make a little video. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows the rules and how to go about the next 12 weeks and do the best that they possibly can do. So I'm going to run through the rules real quick, run through each category of exercise, and if you guys have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so we have 12 weeks starting today, ending March 27th. So it's 12 weeks from today. The goal is to try to, you're trying to gain as many points as you can in the 12 weeks. And how you do that, let's scroll on down if you're looking at the Google document to the categories. Okay, so category 1 is total push-ups in 30 seconds. So you get 30 seconds, you'll set your timer, to do as many push-ups as you can, okay? You have to do them on your hands and toes. You cannot do them from your knees. So use this next 12 weeks to practice that if you're not good at that. You must touch your chest down to a regular size yoga block, and I will show you one here in a second. And you must maintain good form throughout the duration. So your butt can't be saggy, you can't be, doing anything funky, your butt can't be up in the air. You have to have good, plain, straight back, perfect push-up. For women, to get maximum points on this, you would need to do 20 or more push-ups, and for men, you would need to do 30 or more push-ups to get max amount of points. Okay, so let's move on to category number 2, planks for total time. This is minimal body movement or shifting. So once you're in that plank, you cannot be moving around, you can't be shifting, you can't be wiggling. You have to either choose your elbows or your hands, but once you choose, you can't go back and forth. Again, you have to maintain good form through the duration. So this is for total time. This is to failure. In order to gain the most amount of points for this one, you would have to hold your plank for 2 minutes and 45 seconds or longer. Okay, that's that one. Let's move on to body squats. This one is 60 seconds. So again, you're going to set your timer for 60 seconds. This is a squat to 90 degrees. So when you're sitting down, whenever you find your chair or your box or whatever you're going to use as your target, your knees have to be at 90 degrees, and I can show you what that looks like, or you can click on that video link there on your Google Doc. You have to hit 90 degrees every single rep for it to count. For women, you have to do 60 or more in that 60 seconds to get max amount of points. And for men, you need to do 70 or more squats to get max amount of points. Let's move on to the next one, burpees. Everybody loves burpees. This one is again for 60 seconds. So you'll set your timer for 60 seconds. You must have full range of motion, which means you have to go all the way down to your belly on the floor, on the mat, and then all the way up with a little hop at the end. For that one, to get max amount of points in 60 seconds, you'd have to do 25 or more, and that goes for both men and women. Okay, mile time. And this one, all of these that I've mentioned so far, you must have a photo or video or be doing this in the presence of one of our trainers for it to count. This next one is the mile time. So do the mile on the treadmill, outside, however you want to do it. To get max amount of points for this one, you must do the mile in less than 7 minutes for it to get most amount of points. And that goes for both women and for men. Okay, I'm going to skip all the way to the bottom here for longest farmer carry to fail. So for this one, you're going to need some dumbbells. Men, you're going to carry 75 pounds in each hand. Women, you're going to carry 55 pounds in each hand. You're going to also set cones exactly 50 yards apart. You have to have a tape measure in order to know that you're exactly 50 yards apart. If you're here in Idaho, you're obviously going to come in and do this with me or with one of our trainers so that we can help you with the yardage and make sure you're doing it right. If you're doing this elsewhere, please make sure that you have that tape measure so you know that you're doing 50 yards exactly. This is to fail. So there's no time limit on this. You're going to carry your weight as far as you can until you can't anymore. For max amount of points for women, you must do 100 yards or more. And for men, you must do 100 yards to 125 yards or more for max amount of points. Okay, so those are the exercises that you're going to do. I would suggest doing them at the end of our 12-week challenge so that you can have this next 12 weeks to practice those things and get really good at them. And then, you know, the last week you should score them, and that's what we'll take for the challenge. Now, if we go back up to this extra credit challenge, this is where the fun is. You have free reign to do all of these things, all 13 of them. Now, the last two, number 12 and number 13, are special, and we will go over that here in a second. But I want to go back up to the number 1. You can get so many points by doing all of these, but number 1 through 11, you can only do one time. You can only get points for it one time, okay? And you have to have photo or video evidence for each one of these things for it to count. Please email those photos and videos to me directly at Courtney@myencorefitness.com. I have to have evidence for it to count. If I don't, you did it for nothing. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to get 10 points is do a sanctioned 10K race. I just need proof that you did it. Either your running tag or receipt or whatever, or you actually in the race. Number 2 is a sanctioned 5K race. That's 8 points. Number 3 is a discovery of an Encore Fitness Foothills geocache, which I have the location to, and I will be sending it out here shortly today. Number 4 is a discovery of any geocache. And for those of you in Las Vegas, there is an Encore geocache in your foothills, thanks to Robbie Williams. He crafted something amazing for this challenge for us. Let's see, number 4, any geocache. So if you don't know what a geocache is, it's basically like a modern day treasure hunt. There's people that go out and they hide little trinkets or little prizes for you to go find. You can download the geocache app, and they'll give you direct location, latitude and longitude of where the geocache is, and all you have to do is go find it. Number 5, photo and description of a trail or the trail name that you went out and mountain biked. Might be a little hard here in Idaho to do this, but on a nice frozen day, you might be able to get out there and do a mountain bike ride for 6 points. Number 6, photo of you at any outdoor gym. Here in Boise, we have 2 outdoor gyms, and I would hope that you would go do a workout and not just go take a photo, but that's kind of up to you and your honor system. That's worth 5 points. Number 7, photo of you at the summit of Table Rock here in Boise, or any summit of a mountain that is at least 3,650 feet in elevation. That will get you 5 points. And ideally, you would not drive to the top. You would hike or bike to the top. Again, on your honor roll. Number 8, photo of you on any bike ride. That could be on the Greenbelt. That could be in your neighborhood. I don't care. Take a picture of you on a bike ride and you'll get 5 points. Number 9, photo of you at any Encore Fitness studio or a selfie with an Encore Fitness trainer. This can be an old or a new photo, and it can be done through Zoom. That's worth 3 points. Number 10, photo and explanation of you doing your favorite outdoor activity. That could be anything. That could be playing with your kids outside. That could be you on a walk. That could be you rollerblading. That could be you skiing. Just whatever it is. Send me a picture and an explanation of your favorite activity. That'll get you 2 points. Number 11, photo of you doing something active in the snow here in Boise, or photo of you doing something active in your foothills for those Las Vegas peeps. It can be anything. Again, it can be hiking, biking, horseback riding, snowshoeing, sledding, whatever it is, just send me a picture and you'll get 2 points. All right, the last two. These are the fun ones. Number 12 and number 13. These things you can do multiple times throughout the 12-week time period. There is no limit. The catch is that you have to have a different photo for every time that you do it. So number 12, photo of you doing any extracurricular activity. For example, bowling, pickleball, tennis, basketball, softball, ice hockey, cross country skiing, alpine skiing, whatever it is. You'll get a point for every time you go out and do it. I just need proof that you're doing it. Number 13, a photo of you in every single instructor-led class that you go to. So if you go to a cycle class, a CrossFit class, a yoga class, a Zumba class, a body pump class, whatever it is, even a Peloton class would count. I just need a picture of proof that you did it. And like I said, there's no limit. You can do as many as you want throughout the 12 weeks and you'll get a point for every time you do it, which is pretty cool. Okay, last little description here, the distance challenge. You should have all gotten a link to a Google Sheets document with your name at the bottom. This is the distance challenge. So you're gonna log every single non-motorized or non-assisted mile that you do throughout the 12 weeks. So if you go on a bike ride, log those miles. If you do a Peloton ride, log those miles. Those count. You just need actually no, I don't need a picture for that one at all. I don't need photos for this one. This is just on your honor. But it can't be assisted, so no helping you, no assistance. This is non-motorized. Now a treadmill, it does have a motor, but it's not assisting you. So a treadmill would count. A Peloton bike would count. All of those things would count. It just can't assist you in helping you get those miles. I'm anxious to see how many miles you all can put in the next 12 weeks. Max amount of points is 10 for 1,200 miles. I'm really anxious to see how many miles you guys can get in 12 weeks, and I have high hopes. So the only other thing that doesn't count for the distance challenge is downhill skiing. That's kind of cheating because downhill is giving you momentum, and it's doesn't really count for this one. So no downhill skiing, but cross-country skiing would absolutely count. Snowshoeing would absolutely count. What else? Skating, any kind of skating, ice skating or rollerblading, those would also count. Again, just non-motorized or non-assisting. Now, please know that in order for your activity, for your mileage to count, you have to go onto the Google Sheets document and you have to write it in. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that on that Google Sheet document that I shared with you. Most important thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you are loading your activity on your specific sheet. If it does not say your name at the bottom of the sheet, it is not yours. So please make sure that you're loading your stuff into your own Google Sheets, okay? So here's what this is gonna look like. Okay, so once you open the Google Sheets document, the first sheet down here in the bottom left says leaderboard. That is locked. You guys should not be able to have access to mess with anything on this. As we go, I'm going to update the leaderboard as to who is leading. Here is the scorecard next to it. So if you see my cursor down here, I'm looking at this bottom row. The scorecard, we're not going to mess with until the very end. This is where we're going to go to input your guys' scores for each category for total points over here. Again, we're not going to mess with this until the end of 12 weeks. So, and you guys don't have access to that. Right here is the example tracker. So for every single thing that you guys do, you're going to go in here every day and you're going to input the date, what you did, and the mileage. Please do not mess with this total miles over here in red. This is going to calculate as you load things. So if I went in here and I put 20 miles, it'll change this total miles up here. So don't mess with this at all. It's going to track every single mile that you log. That's the example. If you need to refer back to how to do it, please click on this Google Sheets right here. Okay. Now this is where I was saying you need to make sure that you are inputting your miles on the correct sheet. All these names down here are the contestants. So, you know, if you're Gary, please, Gary, only click on yours and input your stuff. Don't click on Kayla's and vice versa. This is on your honor. So make sure that you're inputting things correctly and accurately, and have fun with this. Okay, that is it for the rules and the exercises. Like I said, I would save the actual exercises for the end of the 12 weeks, and we will score those together with a trainer. And everything else, what you should be doing, logging now, today, is your extra credit stuff and the miles stuff. Those are things that you should be starting today. All right? If you guys have questions, I know that was a lot, please feel free to reach out to me, email, text, or phone call, and I will spend time and go through each thing and make sure that you know exactly what to do. Okay, go out there and kick some butt. Good luck. Okay, I'm back to show you the size of yoga block that you need to do the push-up challenge. I'm also gonna take my little tape measure and measure it for you so you have the exact size that we're looking for. All right, 5.5 by, so a 5.5 by 3.5 inch block, and the block will lay on the flat surface, so 3.5 inches from the ground, just like that. Here is the different squat degrees. We are looking for the 90-degree squat, not the parallel squat, not the partial squat, and not the deep squat.